Welcome to the City League Sports Show here in the studio today. Folks, this is going to be a lot of fun. We have a couple of our City League wrestling champions. Joining me at South High School's Daryl Willis. From Marion Franklin, we got Mr. Jermiah Jones, who has told me this morning on more than one occasion he's a big dude, right? So we're going to get into that. And then from Walnut Ridge, we got Kevin Green. I'm your host, Dr. Vince Clarino. Let's chop it up about some wrestling. We're going to start with you, the senior. Say hello, introduce yourself. Say what's up to all the listeners out there.
All right, how y'all doing? Good morning. I'm Jermiah Jones. I'm a senior at Marion Franklin.
Jeremiah wanted to lean in, everybody. As production notes, we told him he don't have to lean. He's watching me lean in. It's a habit. We got Jermiah Jones. Go ahead, Kevin. Say hello to everybody.
I'm Kevin Green from Walnut Ridge. I'm a junior. I'm just blessed to be here today.
On you. Come on, South High.
I'm Daryl Willis. I'm a junior at South. I'm in good today.
I'm in good today. So let's start it this way, right? In the sport of wrestling, any of you, there's how many weight classes? We got to give our listeners some context, right? So that they kind of understand and know what's going on here. Anybody got an idea? And I don't know the exact number. 12, 13, 14?
It's like 13.
It's 13.
13, 14, some number in the teens, right? Is that a fair?
Yeah,
so listeners out there, there's a bunch of different weight classes. Essentially, that helps us so that some big guy, like these three guys, I guess these are the big guys. I'm smiling at them when I say that. We got the big guys don't wrestle with the small guys.
Nah.
So, Daryl, we'll start with you. Everybody again, because I know sometimes it takes the listeners a second to catch on to the voice. But say your name again and say the weight class that you wrestled at last season.
I'm Daryl Willis. Last season, I wrestled at 75 most of the season.
175. 175. Okay.
Yeah, I wrestled at 175. This
Okay.
season, I was 190 for most of the season, but I ended up dropping down to 75.
Oh, okay. Okay. Kev, what about you?
I wrestle heavyweight.
Heavyweight. What does that mean? What's that cutoff?
Heavyweight is 285. So basically, some dudes can go all the way to 285. If they get past that, they can't do that. Some people, it's under that, but they heavyweight though.
Yeah. Okay.
So anything that's over 215, that means you're heavyweight.
215 and above, you wrestle big guys. There, 215, 285.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what about you, Jeremiah?
Yeah, I wrestled 215. Well, last season I wrestled heavyweight, but I ended up losing all that weight.
Okay, lost
I'm
some
at
weight,
15.
shedded a few pounds, and then 215. Okay, so you guys are on the bigger side of the scale, big guys, strong. Because I think wrestling starts at like, I don't know.
106.
Oh,
106, 105.
I was gonna say 97, but okay. So we got some 100-pound wrestlers out there
They
too.
prefer you to be 100 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, 100 pounds.
So we start at kind of 100 and then go all the way up to 285.
Yeah, I said like
and some
106
change.
and stuff like that.
Right. So here's the thing. Daryl, we're going to start with you. You wrestled 175, you said, this year. You come from a big family, from what I understand, lots of siblings. You do well academically in the classroom.
Yeah.
How do you end up wrestling? How does wrestling become your thing?
Okay, so I never really knew about wrestling or none of that. None of my family wrestled. But
Okay.
I remember I was playing football, and I was bigger back then. I was kind of fat.
Okay.
So to get in shape,
I couldn't imagine that, and I'm being that serious when you say that, because you look very fit as a young guy. You look fit. You're doing well for yourself then.
yeah, but I was just trying to get in shape for football. So I had heard from like one of the seniors on our team. They wrestled and they got in shape. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just do that too. So I went in there with them. I tried it out. I ain't really, it didn't click then. It didn't
Okay.
really click
What grade
till,
is
like,
this?
This is all freshman year.
Ninth grade year. Okay, so
It's
ninth
all-
grade year, South High School.
Yeah.
You running around trying to play football, and the senior says, "Hey, maybe wrestling to get in shape."
Yeah, his name was Tony.
Oh yeah, give him some love. Tony who?
Tony Savon Lee.
Tony Savon Lee.
Yeah,
Tony.
Tony
Okay,
Savon.
hey,
Tony.
everybody got a little love
Everybody
for
knows
Tony.
Tony.
Okay,
Yeah,
Tony must be a good guy then. Okay.
But yeah, I kind of just went through the motions that season. Well, that freshman year, and I just kept coming back because of the coaches and like
Nice.
the friends I made. I guess.
Coaches get love. That's what's up. So it's a good culture then. South High School.
Yeah, the culture,
coaching, other players, and then now, so from a freshman who never wrestled to 3 years later or 2 years later, you become a league champion.
It's wild, but yeah,
You got to feel pretty good about that,
It's
right?
definitely an accomplishment.
Did you wrestle as a sophomore?
yeah,
So you've been wrestling throughout then.
yeah.
Is wrestling now your thing? Is that your thing now?
I plan on sticking with it.
Yeah, do you? Yeah. Okay, that's good stuff. Okay, so come on, Kev, tell me about you, because I know a little bit about Big Kev's story, everybody. So Walnut Ridge, Kev, tell me a little bit about how you get into wrestling.
Man, I came to Walnut Ridge, man, and I just seen all the history and stuff made there. Basically, I wanted to make history. Okay. I want to be the next one to be all state in all 3 sports, because my coach's son did it, you feel me? Okay. So I want to be next.
Which coach? Who's your coach? Say his name. Give him some love.
Coach Ayers.
Coach Ayers, okay.
Yep. So basically what got me into wrestling is I seen that great football players did wrestling. The greats did it. Okay. And wrestling was something that I could take my anger out in. Okay. So when I go to that mat, I go out there, put my heart into it. I got good at it. I came a champion my first year.
Okay. You're a junior now.
Yeah. Okay. So my sophomore year, I came a champion. And I'm like, man, this feel great. I'm getting the love. So I'm like, I got to come back to this and start helping me lose weight. I'm in shape. Right. I come back my next year. I started to really get good. Yeah. I'm doing my thing, and I come a 2-time champion.
They love you at Walnut Ridge. Yeah. I don't know if you know that, man. Like when I speak to people, I hear a lot of people share about what like you would be the poster child for what sports can do for a young person. Yeah. Because like you shared, man, and I'm appreciative of your story. I won't put everything out there. I'll go with what you want to go with, but they're just really proud of you. You know what I mean? Like you're a Walnut Ridge's own. They're proud of you because they've seen you take the steps to do better in the classroom. They've seen you take the steps to be a leader in the building. They've seen you take sports and run with it. And so now you're setting some goals for yourself. So you sit here as a junior today. Both you and Daryl, you guys won a league championship, but now you're saying, okay, so now for you also, has wrestling sort of become your thing? I mean, like Daryl was saying, wrestling is his thing. Now,
like I'm falling in love with the sport. Like I said, this sport right here is not made for everybody.
No, it is not.
When you hop in this sport, you gotta become a dog. This gonna teach you the things between life. You gotta know, like, it's some things in life that can't mess with this sport.
Hey, we're actually going to get to that, and I can't say it any better. But we're going to circle back because I want to let our senior, I want to let the veteran in the room say a little bit, man, and share how does wrestling become a part of your life, man, and a part of your story.
Yeah, it happened my sophomore year. I came to Marion Franklin. I really wasn't into it at first, but my little brother, I hopped into it because he wasn't able to play football, so he wanted to just do a sport. So after he did his little sport, and then my coach Cisco, he just kept asking me to come wrestle. And then one day I went to a tournament. I didn't know I was going to wrestle this tournament, but magically that day I had a singlet and a headgear and some shoes already.
Right. He knew he was working on you. He was wearing you down. And this is your sophomore year? Mm-hmm. Okay.
He threw me in there. I won my first match and I fell in love with it.
Your first time out you won?
Yeah.
No, you didn't, man. Come on. Did you really?
I promise I did.
Where were y'all at? Do you remember where it was at? I don't remember
where school was. I just remember I had flipped a big dude. He was way bigger than me. Yeah. I was like, it's the fact that I could do this, not get in trouble, and keep going. I fell in love with it. And then after that, I kept going, came back my junior year. Sophomore year I got third, and then I got second junior year, and then this year I became a champion.
That's it. So here's the beauty of it, right? Here's the beauty of it. Kevin, you spoke to it a moment ago, but you got to really be tough.
Yeah, you got to be tough
to be a wrestler, right? Because you can't blame anybody. You on the mat, it's you and another person.
It's a one-on-one. It's not nobody come between y'all. Cause like the thing about wrestling, people be like, "Oh, that's a gay sport." Nah.
I've never heard anybody say that. Is that what high school kids say?
That look gay and all that. So my thing,
all them same dudes saying that probably sit at home and watch WWE on TV, which we all know is fake wrestling.
Yeah, fake. This is the real
entertainment.
Deal.
I never knew kids say that. Let me share this, man. Let me pause. Y'all pause for a moment.
Got you.
All of you kids out there that think that wrestling is whatever you call it, and we won't use that term, but soft. They soft. They think wrestling is for God. Come on out there and get down one day, and you will find out on day one how tough it is. Because I've watched it closer and closer and closer over the years. And I shared with one of our athletic directors who does our wrestling tournament for our championship, a guy named Mr. Gamble over at Marion Franklin. I shared with him, like, hey, you got to be a tough dude, man. You got to be a tough person to get out there because just seeing like when you come across another person who's physically stronger than you, just the fact that they can be tossing you around can mentally mess with you, because now you're in a competition, but that's going to mess with you. So you're saying, but you're wrestling, and in spite of all of those things, how have you found the perseverance? Okay, we'll go with you. How have you found the perseverance to stick with it then?
It's a mindset. It's you want it or you don't. It's either going to be locked in or you're not, because that's what any sport you do. But wrestling is a sport that you really have to stick to, because it's a lot of hard work, training every day in a hot room. You're sweating 24/7.
Yeah.
You got to stay on your weight. You got to stay in shape. You got to grind. You got to be able to go the whole 6 minutes. Right. This ain't like you're going to get a break like any other sports. Right. You got to go a whole 6 minutes.
Is that how long one of the sessions are? 6 minutes?
Yeah, 6 minutes. You don't get no water breaks and none of that.
Is it just 1 6 minute?
Nah, it's 2 minutes, but it's back to back.
2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, like that. Okay,
so it's a whole 6 minutes.
Three 2-minute sessions.
Yeah. And then a 2-minute pause, get your water. Now it's 2 minutes. All right, choose up or
and
down.
Then you got to go again.
Gotta go.
Hey, I was sharing with them though. Now, so here's the problem. I'm gonna mess with y'all a little bit, but somebody said to me, so like when you choose your position, up or down, right? Mm-hmm. After the initial piece, you get a point if you're in the down position for standing up.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I mean, I'm going to say this. That sounds like the easy part to me. Everybody tells me that's the hard part. I think if any three of you dudes, I know y'all dudes look tough. And, hey, Daryl, instantly, for my radio listeners, this young man here, Daryl Willis, my guy, as soon as I said you three, he immediately started shaking his head no before I could even get my comment out. I think I could get up. Are y'all saying to me that
you don't got a chance, because
you know what a mat return is?
That's a lot of weight on you. You don't got a chance.
You know what a mat return is?
The mat return, what is that?
Yeah.
Tell me what that means. Go ahead, Jeremiah. What does that mean?
Bad thing.
The mat return.
Mat return. You want me to tell you?
You can tell me.
So basically, the mat return is
understanding.
It's like I kind of let you up, but I'm really not. But I'm returning you, so I'm slamming you back to the ground every time.
I'm gonna bait you every time you get up. I'm gonna pick you back up. We're going back to the ground.
Till you get tired, you don't want to stand no more. I can slam you back to back.
And then
I just can't believe y'all dudes could do me like that, man. I'm looking at y'all.
I can just not let you up.
Or you can just sit there, you can just sit there, take the L.
So let me ask you a question. In your sport, Daryl, we'll go with you. Like, is there a stat? Do coaches keep that as a stat?
Stats is definitely important. Like when you go against somebody, they talk about stats and records. Like, oh, I'm better than you, this and that.
Oh yeah.
Our records show who's better.
Right.
It shows who ranked.
But no, but hold on. So Daryl, because I want so answer this for me. Is there a stat that speaks to when you're like as a wrestler? Is there a strategy on whether or not you should take the down or the up position when they do the little flip of the coin? Is there a strategy behind that?
Yeah, like if after the first round y'all still like it's kind of even, but like in neutral, and like y'all nobody's getting a shot off, you might as well take down so you can be up and like some more leeway.
Certainly. So are coaches sharing that with you during a match? Or is your coach saying to you, hey, you should take up or down? Are they giving you that strategy, or are they giving you that advice?
Sometimes, but sometimes your coach knows what your specialty is. Everybody is either a top or they're the bottom guy. Me personally, I can get up from the bottom better than I can keep a person down. That's why I can shoot up and get around.
You can shoot up. What about you, Kevin?
It's basically about a game plan. You go in there with a game plan. When you go against every wrestler is different.
But I want to know, are you? Let's stick with top and bottom for a moment.
When you down.
No. What's better for you?
I go down because it's easier. I can get up.
You can shoot up.
I explode quickly. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Daryl?
It depends for me.
Okay.
Like who I'm going against. If I feel in a tie up, like I got him. I'm gonna go neutral again or get up.
What does neutral mean?
Just
You head to head.
How y'all start?
Head to head. Start from the beginning. Yeah. You have that option also.
Yeah.
You can say.
I feel like when you go neutral, it's easier because if you good, you can get a takedown, get 2 points.
Yeah. Oh, got you. But if you get up, that's 1 point.
Yeah. That's why it's a game plan from the beginning. 9 out of 10, you gonna know the strength of your person from that first.
That's what I say. You go in there with a game plan. Everything is a game plan with wrestling. You don't go in there and wrestle dumb. You wrestle dumb, you're gonna lose.
Okay. So I'm getting this is better for me, and I know our listeners are having some fun. But now let's get into individually. I want each of you to share with me kind of your most memorable match It could be city championship. It could be like you shared one which we gonna go back and check. What do y'all say? Y'all kids say check the receipts. Mm-hmm. We gonna go check the receipts on this match you talking about in the 10th grade, the first time out that you won. We gonna check the receipts on that. But besides that one, Jermiah, share with the listeners something you remember, a match you remember. That means something to you. I mean, it could be the league championship, or it could have been, something in a tournament someplace. And if you're not ready, or either one of you ready to share maybe something, go ahead, Kevin. We'll go with Kevin first.
Mine is when I won the city league first time, like my sophomore year. Like I won that match. I want to get him, but
okay, y'all wrestled each other.
Yeah, we won. So it was a nice match and stuff. And when I won it, I just felt like I did some very good in life for the first time. Like, man, I'm a city champ. They gonna know my name. I made history today.
Oh, wow. So, good for you, man.
So I won that match. I felt like...
Pause there for a second. Are you saying really that all of those emotions were going through you that day when you were wrestling? Yeah. Oh, wow, man.
Like, I came in there with the mindset, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna walk out with the championship.
Okay.
Nobody gonna stop me.
But just to say you did something in life, that's such a profound statement, man. Yeah. I mean, that speaks volumes to what wrestling has been able to do for you. And look, hey, I know y'all dudes is tough. Kev, you might be the first one or the second one. I see a little bit of watery eye, man. I cried on here one time too, man. The show, they got me one time. And you know what that tells me though? Yeah, I don't care about no crying on video. It's okay. I'm tough in the heart. So even if you see some tears come down from my eyes, that actually might be a sign to you that you better watch out, right? Wrestlers, you should know that, right? As a wrestler, so if I'm wrestling you and you see some tears coming down my eyes, y'all might want to be like, all right, man, I'm done. Go ahead and quit right there because I might have a fire in me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I say that seriously. That tells me it means something to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can see your energy right now. So your sophomore year, winning league championship means something really special to you. And Daryl, what about you? And then we'll end with the senior over here. Is there a match that you remember?
Yeah, mine was sophomore year too. I want to say that was really the first time, the only time really that I really like broke down and kind of like because it was a loss. Ended on a loss. It was at a. What's it called? What is y'all tournament called?
Lenny Ball.
It was at the
Lenny Ball. Okay.
Lenny Ball
okay, over at Marion Franklin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wrestling for 75 then too. And it was like the...
Pause real quick. Is that the terminology that y'all use? Do y'all just say the second number for weight classes? You keep saying 75. Yeah. Is that the lingo? The lingo is just... So like if you wrestle 115, you just say I'm the 15s or something like that.
Well, sometimes you say 115 because like I'm 215, so I say I'm the 15.
Oh, got you. Okay, all right, but it's common to say 75, 60s,
or 85,
85 something like that. Yeah. All right, so go ahead. So you was wrestling 75s as a freshman. I mean, as a sophomore. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
go
sophomore.
ahead. You was at Lenny Ball's.
Yeah. So I'm making it to. I've been wrestling good this day, and I'm finally in like the last match, like for first and second, and like it's my first time being here, like ever, like getting this high in a tournament.
Okay.
Taking a lot of losses, so
okay.
Like, I ended up losing, but it was like a bad loss.
Okay, what does a bad loss mean?
Like something you can't be proud of, like.
But what makes it a bad loss? Was the guy just kind of doing whatever they wanted, or was the score really lopsided? I don't really know. What is a bad what is a bad I know what a bad loss means in football. You got blown off the football field by 40 points, right?
Yeah.
So what does a bad loss in wrestling mean, according to you?
To me, like you go in a match thinking, oh yeah, at least I want to like get some moves off. I want to work some. I want to put on a show, kind of, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
You go in a match and like you're not in control. You don't get everyone in there. It's like. The coaches, and it's like I want to say it's almost like amount of pressure and guilt because it's like you're not only wrestling for yourself but for your team, your coach, everybody in the stands.
Certainly.
But
do you remember the opponent?
Actually, I don't remember that. I don't remember the opponent.
Okay, that's all right. I'm just curious if you know what I mean. But that stayed with you. So what did that make you do differently? That feeling, what did that feeling make you do differently?
It made me approach wrestling differently.
Okay.
In terms of like chasing this approval in a sense. I kind of just wrestling just to wrestle.
Yeah. Okay. So what you got over here, senior, elder statesman?
So yeah, I say it's my city league champ one too. I was trying to think of all of them.
Okay.
But it's the city one because I feel like all my emotions came out when I actually like finally won.
Okay.
And got first, put on the show.
Okay. So this year, that memory holds a special place for you. You can remember that you're saying, I came in here, I wanted to be a league champion today, and then I executed and followed through with that piece.
Exactly.
Yeah. The beauty of it, like you heard me say a moment ago, in wrestling, you can't blame anyone. Like you get out there, it's you and another opponent.
It's a team sport, but it's
team sport. It's you on your own.
That's right. You know, and all your preparation gets shown to everyone in that very spot. So I heard you guys all talk a little bit about other sports. How has being a multiple sport student, how has that helped you with wrestling, or how has wrestling helped your other sports?
I think wrestling helped it way more with like being tired, your conditioning. Like wrestling right now, like I can run the whole track right now, not be tired. I'll probably be tired for a cool 1 minute, 2 minutes. But
and then you can get it back going again.
Yeah, but before I did wrestling, I could not do that. You probably catch me at one curve.
Okay. Do you do some track also?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm getting into it. I'm gonna be a runner this year.
Good for you. Okay. What about either one of you, Daryl, Kevin?
Wrestling helped me with the football field because I can go both ways. I can play the whole 4 quarters route, no problem. Like I go hard. I'm gonna put everything out there on the field. Same thing with track. This year I might run. It depends how I'm feeling. But shot put and stuff, I feel like wrestling mentally helped me with shot put. Get stronger and stuff. Get better at my technique and all that because you got to use your hips.
Okay.
When it comes to shot put.
Got to use your hips in wrestling and in shot put.
Yeah. So you got to use your hips. Same thing with football. Wrestling is kind of like football. It's just you standing up. But same thing when it come to football, you're tackling. But when you shooting a person, it's kind of like you tackling them. Okay. That's how it is for real. Okay. So it helped me a lot.
What about you, Daryl? How has wrestling helped your other sports, or how has your other sports maybe helped wrestling?
Besides the conditioning, I'd say it was like more of a mentality thing, like knowing, like, oh yeah, I've already been through this in wrestling. It can't be any worse than this.
Is wrestling, when you said it can't be any worse, do you feel like wrestling?
Oh, wrestling is totally different. Like when a person be like, you can't mess with me in this sport. All right. You can say that, but you can't come in this wrestling room. You can't even see. You can't last a day.
You all instantly said that one just now. Like, I mean, in unison, you'd have thought we scripted that response because all of you chimed in immediately and said, so there's nothing like it then in between. So you all have all done multiple sports. You've done football, and you're saying there's not even a comparison in what you have to do.
It's totally different.
Wow.
Because the thing with when it comes to wrestling is, you by yourself, you on your own, you going hard for a whole 60 minutes. When it comes to football and stuff, somebody can get hit. The referees can come in there and do all that. Or when you on the field, it's everybody is together. It's a team sport. So imagine you get beat. Everybody ain't gonna see it. Yeah. But when you watch film, then the coaches will see you got beat every
break
time.
Down, you missed your assignment or something like that in football. Yeah. So, and sticking with it for a moment before we get too deep into maybe other sports and that comparison, I take it then that all of you been wrestling. Jermiah, you said you started your sophomore year?
Yes, sir.
And so everybody's at least got 3 years of wrestling under their time, right? You wrestled as a freshman, sophomore, junior, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, right? Everybody got that experience. So in those 3 years, does everybody have at least one pin? When you was wrestling, do you have a pin? Is when you put the other opponent down and how?
Oh yeah, I pins.
Multiple pins. Okay, I don't know how many pins anybody got. You know what I mean? Hey, look, when I was in school. And I didn't know much about wrestling. I was a basketball kid, so those seasons are during the same time, right? Wrestling and basketball. And then I got a little bit older, and I started watching wrestling. I go to a wrestling match, and and really honestly, the past maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years, I've learned the sport a lot better. And I didn't know that everybody has pins. Y'all said I just pinning people all the time, right? So how long do you have to have a person down in order for the official?
5 seconds.
5 seconds. So 5 seconds is the target number. And what is that? Both shoulders have to be both shoulders have to be flat on the mat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're done.
Sometimes you get your 4 or 5. Though. Sometimes the ref will see it. Tap that.
Some refs be.
Okay, well, we're not gonna complain about officials today. We'll tell all the officials out there in the world, get a little bit better when you
get a little better
because we got on our show, we got all kinds of listeners. We got parents, we got kids, we got coaches, teachers, community folks. So when we say to our officials, get a little better, we also say to ourselves, let's us get a little bit better too, right? We work and get in the lab and get better. But so what I want to know then is, do you remember, I know there's this big thing about quick pens. Does everybody remember their quickest pen? What's your quickest pen?
Mine's like probably 20, 30 seconds. 20,
30 seconds over here from Kevin. Do I hear 17? Do I hear 17? Do I hear? Come on, do I hear 15? We got a 17. You said you what?
I don't remember my quickest pen.
You don't remember? We got a 20. We got a 17, and I don't remember. Is that what I'm hearing? You don't. Yeah. So, but you know you've pinned somebody at least. You didn't put somebody to the mat and pinned them.
Yeah.
I think my quickest pin was, how long did y'all say you have to have the person down for?
5 seconds.
I think my quickest pin might have been like a 7 second.
7 seconds. So you got to.
I know. I shot him. Mm-hmm. Ain't that the term I'm trying to get to?
Shot him?
What's the term you use?
Shot at him.
Shot at him.
Took a shot.
Took a shot. Got him down. I got points for the takedown. Mm-hmm. 2 of them.
Okay.
Then before anything even knew what was happening, I had him pinned.
How you get him on his
back? How you get him on his back that fast?
I scooped him when it happened so quickly.
So that would have been like 15, 17 seconds.
It was 7 seconds.
It was 7 seconds.
As soon as they hit the clock, I looked up.
So the ref counted those 5 seconds too.
Yeah, that's what When I looked up on the thing, when they hit the mat, boom, it said pin. For the first thing, it said 1 minute, 53 seconds left.
The clock must have started.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe that's what it is then. So we could blame the clock person. But I remember it as 7 seconds. I don't know if there's footage out there, but I'm going to look for it for y'all to see. I'm going to see if I can find the footage for y'all.
Different.
Because now you know I can probably get down a little bit. Huh?
You're paying refs.
Oh, wait, that's what I got to do.
He paying ref on the table. He paying.
Well, we just were talking about officials. So hey, look. To be very honest, man, I've been excited about having an opportunity for us to do a wrestling show because I want all of our viewers and listeners to be able to understand. We got young people, and I think everybody who understands the sport knows what you have to do to get in the lab and really be able to produce in this particular sport. And I'm not saying that other individual sports are not the same, whether you're doing track or swimming or any other individual sport where you kind of have to rely upon your training and your own commitment to it to produce and do well. But, in track, you line up, they clock the gun and you go, right? And then somebody at the end of it is the winner. In wrestling, you're standing across another person and you have to impose your will on someone else. You know what I mean? Yeah. Before we get out of here, I want to give a chance for each of you to share, like, who's in your support team? Could be parents, grandparents, siblings, coaches, teachers. Who's a part of your support team that's helping you find success? We're gonna save you for the last, senior. So Kevin, we'll start with you. Who's a part of your support team that's helped you get to this space here, man, and has you on this right track here?
My auntie, my trainers, my coaches. All the teachers.
What's auntie's name?
Oh, my auntie's name?
Yeah, give her some love.
Miss Angel. Shout out to Miss Angel. That's my auntie, man. She showed me so much love. We give shout-outs here. Somebody tried to tell me, man,
we give shout-outs on this show.
Shout out to CD Black. Shout out to Coach Ayers. Shout out to Coach Fonz. Really, Fonz and Ayers and them, they really been
helping you?
They've been helping me. Like, Fonz, he got me in that lab, got me in the weight room, right?
Yeah.
Coach Ayers, he got me that mindset.
Is that your strength and conditioning coach?
Yeah.
Over there? Okay.
Yeah, Coach Ayers, he got me that mindset I needed.
Yeah.
CD been there telling me what's the right things I need to do in life.
I love it. So now, sometimes if you're and young people, listen up, parents, listen up on this piece. Sometimes if you're on the wrong track, once you get on the right track, the track and the train is moving so fast, it's hard to digress. Kevin, I know the Walnut Ridge family, Columbus City Schools family, we're going to keep pushing for it. I want to see you keep doing well. Your story is a fun story. So Daryl, we'll come to you. Who's a part of your support team, man? Who's out here working alongside you to help you stay focused? You got a little bit. Did you flex just now when I said that? You trying to show your guns on me? Yeah. Hey, look, listeners, I shared this, so I'm gonna give a little bit of a production note. I honestly think I could beat these 3 guys. I know I'm not a big dude like they are, but I think if we wrestled, I could probably get at least.
Your knee might buckle.
Oh, man.
You need my book.
That hurt my feelings just now, man.
You might have some back problems or something.
Well, I might have some. You're right about that. I'm older, right? So I might have some back problems, but I certainly get it. But Daryl, let's come to you, man. Who's a part of your support team, man? Who's been along with you during your journey?
Definitely the coaches I've had. Like freshman year was Coach Thornton, and sophomore was Coach Ray, and this year has been Coach Baker.
Okay.
And just the seniors that's been providing like good examples, like Tony, Donovan.
Nice.
T this year.
Okay.
They all leave, but like they're just seeing like what they can do.
Certainly.
What I can do is like.
Can I share a little news flash for you? Next year, you're that senior.
Yeah.
Right? Let that soak for a moment. Like, you think about that. You know what I mean? Like, you've been looking up to seniors for so long, and whether you know it or not in sports, you're a role model for your peers. So next year, you become that senior. So when you see the Daryl freshman who looks a little lost, remember your moment 4 years ago, and maybe you take them under your wing and say, hey, man, look, I'm going to help guide you through this and help you find your way. Definitely. You know what I mean? Because somebody did that for you. And obviously, Tony is so famous. Everybody knew Tony, right, when you said Tony's name. So what you got? Come on, senior. Old guy. You the old guy in the room, man.
No,
I got
guy.
grays, but you the old guy at the table because you're a senior. Big year for you. You're going to graduate from high school this year, play a lot of football. Who's a part of your support team?
My support, definitely my coaches, too, especially my coach, Cisco. He's been along with me throughout the ride. Even before I was like wrestling, he was always
right there for you.
Yeah. My AD, Gamble.
Yeah.
He's always gonna be right there on the side too.
Gamble's a football lover. I mean wrestling lover. My apologies. I said football.
I wrestled Gamble before. Gamble, he
got out there, did
he got out there with me.
Oh, well, if Gamble can get you, then I can get you, man.
You're not Gamble.
Gamble does have some technique down.
You're not getting the first period with me.
Mr. Gamble's definitely, but he wrestling's in. He's one of them wrestling guys. It's in his blood. He loves the sport.
Yeah.
But so you've had some school people that have been instrumental in helping you along the way.
Yeah, my coach Cisco, my coach Debo definitely too. My actually my sophomore year, that's who I wrestled. So my coach Debo, if you ever seen Debo, you know Debo a big dude.
Yeah, okay.
Debo throughout the whole season.
I say I wrestled him when I went over there. Big dude, bald
Yeah.
head.
Debo, his name fitting.
Dude, okay.
Definitely my parents too. My dad, my mom.
They've been along you, staying on this journey with you.
Definitely.
Always
yeah.
Supportive.
Can I make some shots? Okay, shout out my boys, Simba and Mason, man. Them boys, them 50 boys, they've been locked in since day one. We've been out here grinding in the weight room.
Okay.
So shout out to them, man.
Well, and that's the beauty of it. And I'm glad you mentioned a little bit. We'll end on this note, but I'm glad you mentioned a little bit about, weight room. All sports, young people that are out there, whether it's wrestling, tennis, track, football, whatever you're doing, the weight room can help you. Being stronger.
Lock into the weight room.
Taking care of you.
Take it serious.
Hey, I love it. Hey, hold on. Let do that one again, Jermiah.
Lock into the weight room. Don't forget.
I love it.
Take it serious.
Especially if you're in the city league, because them OCC boys.
Yeah.
They like to get in there. They like to get in there.
I honestly think when you start in the weight room at a younger age and you consistently do it, things go easier for you in life. It's going to benefit you from far down line in life, because when people start late, it's like,
You're not going to get as committed because it's not what you're used to.
I wish we would have had you possibly on the show maybe a year ago, but I believe in visualization. So I'm going to do this for you two young men, for wrestling, for right now. Here's what I want y'all to do, and I'm being serious. I'm going to talk, but I want you all to do this while I'm talking. Close your eyes for me. Daryl, Kevin, close your eyes. Here's what I want you to see yourself. I want you to see yourself next year participating in the state wrestling championships. I want you to see it. Don't open your eyes yet. I just want you to visually see that in your mind. I want you to see yourself walking into that arena with them. I think they put 16 mats down or whatever it may be. I want you to visually see yourself as a part of that, right? Now open your eyes for me. The reason why I wanted you to visualize it, because visualization, I believe, is very, very powerful. But you have to now, from what's today, March something.
March 6th.
We're in March of 24, and the show won't air on today. But I want you all to know, from March now until a calendar year, 12 months, start your clock. You got to do the things that are going to help you become a state qualifying champion, and lean on your coaches. So when you see your coaches again, I want you to say to them, I want to be a state qualifying wrestler. Put the pressure not only on yourself, but put it back on those coaches to help you get there. Demand that they find a way to help you get there. And when they ask you to do the work that they're saying to you that you have to do. And then that way we can all celebrate you at that stage, right? They're telling us we got to wrap it up. I told you a half an hour goes quick. We could easily go for another 20 minutes, but they keep giving me, they gave me the one signal, then another signal, then another signal, which is their way of saying end the show, right? I get it. Hey, you guys have been a blast. I sincerely appreciate you being here. We are humbled to have you at the table with us here today. Now I got to read the outro stuff. Catch all of our future episodes on radio, WCBE 90.5 FM. Catch us wherever you catch your platform of podcasts, Spotify, Apple. And then they tell me I changed it up like everybody. I keep saying this. Follow us on IG. I used to say on Instagram, but that wasn't cool enough for young people. So follow us on IG at City League Sports 614. Till next time, everybody, I'm your host, Dr. Vince Clarno. This is City League Sports.